All right, fourth grade, we're back. It's time to actually do the clothing. At this point, you have decided what you're going to actually do as your position, what your person's going to be, who you're going to be. So the wire that you're going to work with today, so this is actually wire, is much thinner than the wire you worked with last week. So notice that I have two colors. That's because I shared with a friend. You guys are going to get one color. If you don't use all of it, you can trade with someone. So let me show you how we're going to use this. So I'm going to take this color, and it's a pretty long piece of wire, and it's covered in color. And I'm going to start, you can either add like a shirt or accessories, and I'm just twisting. Doing some basic twists. Go around. Maybe I want to like go around the body like this. Go back up. Okay. Pretty much you can do it however you can make it stay. And at the end, I would just kind of twist it around through the body so that everything stays where you want it. Okay, so maybe someone wants like a tiny little piece of paint. So you can actually cut this off using just regular scissors. I'm going to just use regular scissors. Notice that it's not going to cut if I have it right there. Okay, it's actually going to damage the scissors. I have to go all the way in the elbow of the scissors. So I get all the way in the elbow, and I cut down. That works really nicely, and then I can just twist that little piece. Maybe this, I want to have like a bracelet on here. So I'll like wrap this around a couple of times and twist. So now I have a bracelet. Totally works. I do want you to incorporate a color of some sort in here. If you want to do pants, I will show you how to do that. Yes, I'm going to be using two. It's okay. So for the pants, I'm going to use a different color so that you guys can actually see it. I'm also going to show you an example of what you can do with this to add like some other lower garment stuff. Today you can actually take these little flags off. So all you have to do is just kind of pull them, rip them off. There might be a little bit of tape left behind. Just peel it off, stick it on that. Make sure these get in the trash. If you can't get it off, you can actually kind of undo your thing. Pull it off. And then push it and twist it back on. And at this point, you want to make sure you twist it on really well so none of those little sharp edges are sticking off. And we'll actually be writing our names on something very soon. Okay, so I ripped those off. Now I can do my pants. I'm going to start by wrapping around the hips a little bit, around the torso, and then I can actually start to wrap down a leg. Okay, and I could go all the way down for pants, and I can just go back up for shorts, and then twist around, twist back down the other leg, and then twist back up, and then again wrapping it around so that it's covered. And then with some extra, again, you can cut it off using the elbow of your scissors. But I'm actually going to show you a different example of something you can do. If you want to do a skirt, I would back it up a little bit. Maybe there's going to be shorts underneath this skirt. Okay, hold on. With a skirt, you're going to start the same way. And you can actually just kind of add the framework for the skirt. Kind of wrapping it around. Kind of loop it in. Just kind of make it work for you. Okay. So I wrapped it around, just going around the leg, going back up to the body. You can wrap it around once or twice. Bring it down here, go back through that loop. Pull it back up, and finish wrapping it. And then wrap it all around. And then I can actually kind of like adjust it from here. Make sure that's in the back, holding the dress up there. Fixing it here. This way it's going all the way around. So yeah. And then you can, after you've figured out what position you're going to have this in, do that. Okay, so I mentioned name. You're going to take these pieces of cardstock. Cardstock is just hard paper. And you're going to write your name. So as always, I'm going to write my name. And you're going to write your class code. These are super important. I'd recommend underlining it so I actually know where it is. And then class code 4 and the first letter of your teacher's name. Then you are going to take a stapler, and there's only a couple of staplers, so you have to share. And you're going to flip the name over on the back, just like always, and you're going to kind of bend your person's foot. So if you want like 2 parts to be touching, so maybe this person's like having a crazy dance, so I'm going to bend this down, and I have them in the position I want. I'm going to take this, I'm going to hold it, I'm going to wedge the stapler in here, put it down, and this stapler of mine can't get very far in, so I have to staple it and then turn it and staple. So you have to staple it a couple times. Make sure that you're not stapling directly into the actual wire, because that won't work. If you miss, it's okay. Just come back, fix it. I think this is messing up the stapler. Hold on. If a stapler jams, find a teacher immediately, stop using it. Alright, so we also have staplers that are a little bit longer that work. And you need to put multiple staples in these and kind of rotating where you put the staples. Otherwise they won't stay. See if it stays on its own. And then put there. Most likely Miss Hollis and I will be around to help with the staples. So, again, you don't have to have 2 parts down, but you need to make sure that your figure can actually stand up on its own and isn't going to fall over. A lot of times I staple right by the ankle. So, this is what my finished figure is looking like. I can manipulate like how the leg is and how the arms are, whatever. So yeah, that's my finished sculpture. I'm going to put it down like that so you can see. But if you guys have any questions, let us know.